Welcome back, Truth Seeker. I want to cover this story from August 17th, 2018, published by the New York Post. The headline reads, Argument over Aretha Franklin movie leads to shooting. And consider this came out the day after Aretha Franklin's passing. Read the first paragraph. It's all you need to read to know that this story is fiction. An argument over whether Halle Berry would play Aretha Franklin in her upcoming biopic led to a shooting Thursday in Virginia, according to a report. And then notice, it doesn't say anything about where this report came from, who wrote it. That's all you need to know that this never happened. The other proof is just looking at the numbers in the story. If you know the language of Gematria, which is the language that the media uses to contrive propaganda every single day, you can see through these things instantly. They say the shooter in the argument was Michael Jermel Hatton, 44. I just put out a video, and I didn't just put out a video. I put out like 1 million videos in the last 5 years showing how the media always codes 44 into shootings. Just did a podcast a couple weeks ago with somebody who knew nothing about Gematria, and the riddle I told him to always look for is the reporting of a shooting and the number 44, because it just happens like clockwork almost every single day. It probably does happen every single day if you look at all the propaganda media that's put out there, national and local. But anyway, Michael Jermel Hatton, 44, the shooter, allegedly pulled out a gun and shot the other man, Tony Jonathan Lundy, who was 47. Another number I talk about all the time. On my radio show, I've been saying for months, we need to start a campaign. What is 47? For the last 5 years, I've been talking about how 47's that other trademark number in the news. And here they are put together. But look, the 44-year-old shooter again in Gematria, shooting 44, gunfire 44. We just saw that bogus shooting story out of Florida at the preseason high school football game where 4 shots were fired in the 4th quarter. They always have to put it in front of your face. This is trademarking, this is ritual. It's so redundant once you're aware of it. As for the names they used in this story, I want to show you what jumps out about him. The shooter's Michael, right? Michael Jermel Hatton. That name Michael has Gematria of 138. Just like Aretha Franklin, like Motor City, like how she was announced deathly ill on August 13th, 13/8, 3 days before her passing. On the same day Elvis the King died. Now the Queen of Soul. As for the victim, Tony Jonathan Lundy, what really jumps out about his name is the surname Lundy, Gematria of 76 and 59, just like Negro, Slave, and Blues have Gematria of 76 and 59, and just like how Aretha Franklin died at age 76 in Motown, where Motown Records was established in 59. She was also announced sick on August 13th, 2018, a date with 59 numerology. Just in case you're new here and you've never seen any of my videos before, this coding of numbers, this is a Jewish Kabbalist practice. That's who controls your media. It's also a Masonic practice, and Masonry largely based in the Old Testament like Judaism. And the reason they use numbers such as 47 all the time is because it's part of their symbolism. Numbers are symbols too. The Freemason logo has a compass set at 47 degrees, tribute to the 47th problem of Euclid. As for saying this happened in a barbershop, it happens to have the same gematria as Freemasonry, secret society, fraternal. That number is 58. So you learn this code, you apply it, you see why these rituals are done, why they're so redundant, where the names are contrived from, where the locations are contrived from. I'll link this post down below because there's some other notes. There's some other interesting things, such as how Halle Berry's in the center of the story, and her name in Gematria sums to 52, and she happens to be 52 years old right now. To keep our eyes on her. Jennifer Hudson, we've covered the suspicious deaths in her family in recent times. That was what the argument was over, if you read the whole story. Who should be starring Aretha Franklin, Halle Berry or Jennifer Hudson? And if you read the story, Halle Berry said she wouldn't want to play Aretha Franklin because she can't sing, whereas Jennifer Hudson can. And if you're someone out there watching and you think this is all a coincidence, be sure to check out my merchandise store. We got the Coincidence Theorist gear coming very soon. Just launched the Free to Find Truth merchandise store very recently. Nice man who built the Gematria forum website. He actually put this store together to help me out. Really appreciate that. If you want to get to the store, just come to my blog, Free to Find Truth. If you're on your cell phone, to see the store link, you have to scroll to the bottom of the page, freetofindtruth.blogspot.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page and click View Web Version. Then in the top right corner, these links will show up. Pick up the book, pick up the merchandise. We got to get the word out about what's going on in this nation. Propaganda news every single day, rituals by the numbers. Some stories are consequential, some are like this, just nonsense. And consider what the New York Post is. The New York Post is this, it's a lot like the Fox News of New York City. Doesn't have any credibility, caters to a mostly white conservative audience. These dumb white conservatives that read this paper, they're like, look at those dumb Negroes shooting each other over our... That's the point of this media, to program those morons even further. That's why they put out these stories, because that's the exact response from the idiots who read the New York Post. Those dumb Negroes killing each other over an Aretha Franklin movie. When really they need to take a look in the mirror and realize how dumb they are from not seeing through all media, especially the New York Post. So, we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Until next time.